Ever wanted a pet that's more than what nature intended? Well, we're looking at 8 insane animal robots that will blow you away. Welcome to Best Cool Tech. Number 8. The Illume Robotic Sea Snake. Work that has to be done deep under the sea can be costly and super dangerous for humans to carry out. The tools and underwater vehicles that perform these tasks are usually bulky, slow, and aren't agile. Not to mention how expensive they can be to buy and maintain. The solution is a robot that imitates a real-life resident of the deep ocean. Engineers from Kongsberg Maritime, along with Statoil, Norway-based companies, collaborated with Illume to produce the first ever sea snake robot. A robot which consists of a series chain of modules capable of torque, velocity and position control, making it the perfect combination of agile, strong and fast to carry out work deep under the ocean with much less manpower and much less cost than the current alternatives. Each module includes a high-speed Ethernet communications bus, an internal IMU, a modular electromechanical interface, and ARM-based onboard control electronics. The snake robots are made up of a chain of actuated links, sometimes referred to as hyper-redundant mechanisms. Its small cross-section and snake-like motions make the robot applicable to a diverse set of tasks like urban search and rescue, mine rescue, industrial inspection, and reconnaissance. Number 7. Robotic Ants. Ants are known for their work ethic and unity, so why should it be any different with robots made to mimic them? The German-based company Festo have created bionic ants, not just replicating the delicate anatomy ants, but also trying to emulate the unique cooperative behavior of the creatures using complex control algorithms. Described as an integrated individual robotic system to solve a common task, bionic ants work together under clear rules. They can communicate with each other and sync up their actions and movements. Each ant makes its own decisions autonomously, but always working towards the common objective and playing its part towards solving the problem it's working on. By pushing and pulling together, these artificial ants can move an object across a defined area. They can efficiently transport loads that a single ant could not move. Laser-sintered components are fitted with visible conductor structures in this process they call 3D MID. The circuits are attached to the surface of components, which not only takes on design, but also electrical functions simultaneously. All the technical components can be fitted into or on the ant's body and be exactly synced up with each other. After being put into operation, an external control system is no longer required. It is possible, however, to monitor all the parameters wirelessly and to make a regulating intervention. Number 6. Spot Mini. Robotics firm Boston Dynamics, a subsidiary of Alphabet Inc. and therefore Google, has been involved with the creation of both human and dog-inspired robots for both military and civilian use. Their latest creation, Spot, previously known as Spot Mini, is mainly intended as a household companion or robot pets and looks like a dog-sized robot giraffe. This comes from its combination of head and arm in one. It's extremely versatile and has some pretty unusual but cool capabilities. It can fix its head and hold it in one position, while the rest of its body moves around it, for instance. The head arm can grasp objects and help Spot get back up if it falls over. The robot can run for an hour and a half on a single charge, and can easily get around in environments you usually find in the average home. It might seem like something built as a bit of a fun novelty for families, but it also has very useful potential applications, including assisting in providing home care for disabled and elderly people. The main frame of the robot has a quick disconnect battery, stereo cameras in the front, side cameras and a rear cam too. But cleverly, it's also possible to upgrade Spot with a series of attachments on the top, including an articulated arm. Spot Mini's development is mainly motivated by thinking about use in an office or other accessible business premises, or in a home. Third parties will also be able to create new systems to mount to Spot for many different applications, making the possibilities almost endless. Currently, it has a surveillance package with special low-light cameras mounted on the back. There's a camera mounted in the arm, and the computer can take user code too. Number 5. Cyborg Stingray. An international team of scientists, headed by Harvard's Kit Parker, have produced an incredible artificial stingray that can swim just like the real creature. While this may not be different to most of the other animal mimicking robots we've covered today, the stingray is not technically a robot. It was made with both robotic and biological components and is actually a true cyborg, something most of these other robots just can't compete with. The team used a skeleton made from neutrally charged gold and overlaid it with a thin polymer skin. Woven through it are over 200,000 cells that stem from rat hearts, called cardiomyocytes. Photosensitive versions of these cells are lined up on top of the stingray. Its navigation is controlled by changing the frequency and pulses of light directed toward it. Light also makes its muscles contract, causing the fins to move and the robot to swim through the water. The gold skeleton can store energy, helping to keep the downward motion going. Research like this could lead to even more advancement in newer generations of robots, and even help understand the human heart and other fluid-moving muscles in humans too. It may even set the standard for future lifelike cyborgs, even human ones. Speaking of cyborgs, let's make that YouTube algorithm a little bit smarter by liking this video and tapping that subscribe button. Number 4. Bionic Kangaroo. Bionic Kangaroo is a robot that's been developed and built by Festo, the same company that built the robotic ants. It's a robot in the form of a kangaroo. Festo used methods from kinematics, bionics, and biomimetrics to make Bionic Kangaroo, and they studied the way kangaroos move to apply this to the design of a robot that moves in a similar way. The robot even stores energy from each jump and uses it to power its next jump, much as a real kangaroo does. Bionic Kangaroo is able to realistically emulate the jumping of real kangaroos, which means that it can recover energy from one jump to help it make another jump. Without this capability, real-life kangaroos would get really tired quickly, but by using their tendons like springs, the animals can bound at high speeds for long periods of time without needing to rest. Bionic Kangaroo does this using an actual elastic spring, which charges the legs when it lands. The entire robot only weighs 7 kilograms and is 1 meter tall, but it can jump 0.4 meters vertically and 0.8 meters horizontally, which is really impressive. Number 3. Roachbot. Cockroaches are hardly anyone's favorite critters, but what if one was coming to save you when in danger? That's what researchers at UC Berkeley were focusing on while developing the Robo-Roach prototype. The Robo-Roach, or compressible robot with articulated mechanisms, short for CRAM, has an exoskeleton and a soft shell, just like a real roach. These features help it to shapeshift and squeeze through small spaces. These robots are able to help save people in disaster-hit areas and can locate survivors in, say, a collapsed building following an earthquake. CRAM is a biomimetic soft robot based on cockroach research. Like a cockroach, CRAM has a segmented, pliable shell and is able to move when compressed or squashed by using other parts of its legs instead of its feet to pull itself along. Although there's a lot more work that needs to be done on these CRAM bots before they can be deployed into real emergency situations, such as developing an effective way of controlling their movement, adding sensors, and making a way for them to transmit data back to rescue teams. Number 2. Robirds. Pest-like birds can cause all sorts of problems in public and private areas, and there's never been a real solution for the problem. Birds tend to stick around once they've found an area they like, and can cause problems like crop damage, spreading disease, and even disrupting flight paths or airport runways, putting people's safety at risk. That's where the Robird comes in. It's a lifelike model based on predatory birds that can help to keep those trouble-causing birds away. This works by tricking the real birds through the combination of silhouette and wing movement into thinking a predator is coming and scaring them away. After several live tests, they were able to significantly reduce pest activity by up to 70%. While they are currently controlled wirelessly, a fully automated version is under development. Robird has wings that flap. It flies like a falcon for 5-minute high-impact stints. Also, like its real-life counterpart, the Robird can fly at speeds up to 27 miles per hour. That's lightning fast. Number 1. Cheetah. The second Boston Dynamics robot we featured here. Cheetah can run at almost 30 kilometers per hour. That's faster than Usain Bolt. What makes this robot outstanding is its stability. A computer adjusts the placement of each individual foot and tells Cheetah how far forward they need to go to touch the ground in relation to the hips and body on every single step. The research project is currently being funded by the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, by assisting military personnel in battle situations and other emergencies. According to DARPA, the aim for the project is to more effectively assist warfighters across a greater range of missions. The Cheetah, which is powered by a hydraulic pump, broke its own record of 18 miles per hour by reaching 28.3 miles per hour in a further test. It runs on a high-speed treadmill in the laboratory, where it's powered by an off-board hydraulic pump and uses a boom-like device to keep it running in the center of the treadmill. The next-generation Cheetah robot, Wildcat, is designed to operate without any external support, and truly is the next step in creating a truly lifelike copy of the real-life Cheetah. So, which one of these animal robots do you think will take over the world first? Let us know in the comments section, and if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe and ring that bell so that you see more videos just like this one.